Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back once more with a new little game called Against the Storm. Now, before we jump into it, it's kind of like a tutorial slash one gameplay. We should look at options and more specifically the gameplay. Why? Because there are a few things that are worth actually switching on or off depending on your playstyle. I like my woodcutters to avoid all the glades except the marked ones that I give them to cut. I like for the fishing boat or the fishing hut to only fish with bait. This makes them being usable later on, but I like it. I like this keeping on off, and the rest pretty much up to you, but it is worth to look into it and just try to customize it as much as you want to, because this can actually make your game easier or harder. I would recommend turning this one off. Why? Because I will later on show you why, but turn this off, and I would say only put wood. Why? On lower difficulty it doesn't really matter, but on higher difficulty you might run into an objective that requires coal, sea marrow or oil. Now, you don't start usually with sea marrow and oil unless you choose that option, but with coal you do. So sometimes you wish to save up your coal in order to complete a few challenges that can give you different bonuses. So I like burning only with wood, and occasionally you can switch this on and off in game. Just this is how the game by default starts. Also, I like stopping the game whenever I discover a new glade, but again, you can actually put a lot of here. So like when the drizzle season starts and such, it's up to you, it's preference. I would really suggest that you guys look into this and just take your time looking into what you can do and what you don't. Now, if you go for play, you go into the main hub of the game. Now what this means, you see a lot of color on this map. Each color represents a different type of map, and on the map you have these different buildings. They are basically modifiers. Some are good, you can see it up here with green, that it's actually a Forsaken Gods temple. It's a positive modifier, but you have negative modifiers as well, which is usually shown by red on the upper side. I will go into the map that is not having any of these because that's easier to showcase. Now, you have a cart that is capable of traveling to a certain distance. The further you go, you see these lines, the required minimum difficulty is increased. So like here, I can choose any kind of difficulty I want. If I go here, I have a minimum difficulty that I need to do the map on it. So as at the beginning, when you are trying out things, just stay here, collect things. Furthermore, if you stand here, you see bread here. Now, the higher the difficulty you go on, the more bread you gain. See, now 91, you can see it on the top. But if I go back to only pioneer difficulty, it is actually 42. So, if you think that you earn little, as you go up in the difficulty, you earn more and more and more. The second thing that you earn is actually a shard piece. You require to have a certain amount in order to close these, and once you do, you have a time reset, and then you have more years. Because basically, year is basically how long a cycle lasts, and once you reach this point, you have to reset it. So what this means is basically, if you want to close all of these, you have to close this, then new cycle starts, meaning that you have more time to reach a cycle that is further away. It's that simple. Now you have a city as well, which has permanent upgrades. I don't have the last two because I don't have experience to unlock it, but it's not really matters. You have a lot. It is overwhelming at the beginning, but it's nothing too crazy. You gain embark points and like slower Queen's Impatience or like houses. It's worth it. You should do it whenever you have the resources to unlock new ones. You have deeds, it's basically mini achievements, unlock like new cosmetics and such. You have daily expedition, it is worth it as well because you gain experience and artifacts. Again, a different currency to spend on upgrades. The training, it's given, you can do anything. And the game history just shows you, you know, things. So, how does this affect? So like you see the colors, there's green, there's yellow, there's red, there's actually like a dead thing. These are basically different type of maps. Now this one, this is a coastal grove, and the orange is the ashen tree. Okay? This comes with the DLC. The other ones are free of charge with the base game. Now different biomes have different things to it. Let me reset the cycle quickly, and then I will show you guys what I mean. It's easier to navigate with your little cart. So, here we are, new cycle. So, you see this? Red. If I go here, I can have at the summary a little story, but it doesn't matter too much. You can see the fertile soil amount. That's important because if I go here at the marshlands, there is only a small amount, meaning that if you have a blueprint coming up that is like a farm, like a plantation on this map, you might not want to take it. Why? Because your chances of running into fertile soil is actually very low, meaning that you kind of need to pre-think what you're gonna choose whenever you encounter a different type of map. Furthermore, you can look at conditions. Now, this is basically dependent on how high you go. If I put it on Viceroy, I have more negative than positive. If I put it on Settler, I have more positive than negative. It's simple. This is basically a modifier how hard the outside challenge is on top of the map. Now this additional effect is always same on the same type of map. This map has like giant organisms, which means that at the Forbidden Glades you have a giant 999 charge collectible. So like a giant whale that is dead and 999 charges of meat and leather. This is, you know, each their own who likes what map. I think the Scarlet Orchard is one of the best because this is one of the easiest maps. The Royal Woodlands, easy as well. I would say the Marshlands are somewhat more difficult compared to the previous two because soils are good, but it's not game breaking. But of course, you know, it can be harder. The Ashen Thicket, good. It has a different modifier as well. So like you can craft 3 cornerstones. We can talk about that later as well. You have the Cursed Royal Wood. I think this is medium to hard as well. The only hard about this map is that you have ghosts, and certain ghosts are hostile, and if you don't do them, you end up with negative effects. Now the only problem with this is that sometimes they are hard to do if you open the glades too fast. So I would not recommend trying this too early on if you start out new. And then you have the Coastal Groove, which basically has a boat that you can send out to retrieve blueprints. And that's pretty much it, I believe, the different things. Wait, I think there is one more. No, there is no more. Or at least I think so, yeah. So I'm gonna showcase one match on the Scarlet Orchard, because why not? I'm gonna do it on veteran difficulty, because the difficulty has another thing to it. So like the Settler difficulty, villagers eat less food. It's basically a handicap for you. The Pioneer difficulty has nothing to you, but you required more reputation to win. You can see it in the summary. It's 40 reputation for you to win. Settler just only 12. Veteran is still 40, but now you have Blightroot and Corruption. Now, Blightroot and Corruption comes out in two forms: A, if you use Steampunk Engine, or B, if too many workers leave. But it's okay, I'm showcasing this because Blightroot and Corruption is basically a new mechanic from Pioneer. So yeah, Viceroy, again, just harder. Prestige is going up and up and up. More required reputation needed. Again, you can experiment with it. We're gonna play on Veteran, and as you guys can see, Scarlet Orchard. Now what this does, you have archaeology sites. I think this is single-handedly the most broken thing that you can get your hand on, because huge bonuses. Also, you have buried treasure. Same. Big bonuses. Now, whenever you start a new map, you need to consider two things as well. First thing first, on the left hand, what do you see? You see starting packs. You have one pack which starts with 8 human, plus 2 random villager, and a few resources, right? Plus the base goods. You have the middle one, which is less worker overall, but you have a different species, harpies. No workers and such. And you have another one with lizardmen and frogs. It's basically given, it's easy to understand. You need to choose carefully. Now, humans are good with soil, humans are good with a few things. If you stand on the portrait, you can see what they are good at. I would say workers are always key. This is 10 worker and this is 9 worker. This is only 6. However, you need to consider one thing when you choose your population, is that you can only have 3 different species per map. What this means, if I choose human, I can have everybody else. If I choose this, I can already lock in the harpies and the humans, meaning you might want to consider having less workers or settlers overall, but already choosing a pre-picked species. I like harpies, I like humans, so I'm gonna pick this one, but you might wanna pick this over this, even though this has more. Frogs, I think good. Lizards, I don't necessarily like them. They are good at the beginning when you are starting on lower difficulty, but later on they kind of get weak, in my opinion. So yeah, we're gonna choose with humans and harpies, so I can lock in both species, and let us hope for a beaver or like a foxes. Now, on the right hand, you have two things. This is basically embarkation point. Is to understand you have 10, you have different things here. You can spend 10 points on this. Now, what is the strongest thing to do? If you have everything unlocked, this is single-handedly the most broken thing I think you can get, because this is capable of opening all the boxes which contains a lot of loot and resources. So I'm gonna take this. You get free training gear per minute. And now I think the cornerstone is really good. Why? Because sometimes you get cornerstones that are either not good or not your play style. So what you want to do is get this and you can reroll. Now we have one more point. I like taking wood to have a little bit of bonus, but of course it's your preferred play style. You can pick a lot of things here. I would say some things are weaker than others, like having food is okay, it's good, and I know when you are starting out the game and you don't have upgrades, this is pretty much the only things that you can choose, like food, wood or such things, but keep in mind that later on this is actually quite easy to get. But again, it's your playstyle, you will realize what you want to take as you learn more and you gain more experience. So we choose our species, we choose our cornerstone. Let's get right into it. Now, you have additional effects listed here. It's okay, it doesn't really matter. You can look at this if you want to as well. Again, Now, it is paused by default, and let's keep it that way. First thing first, after a while, quite early, if I remember correctly, you can control consumption. Now, we turned all of these off, but why? First thing first, If I build something that uses training gear, and if I turn this on, then I end up consuming all of it, hence I don't have the ability to open boxes. So we want this off. Now these, you can think about them on higher difficulty as a temporary boost. Now, what happens if you have like 20 workers, you get 60. What happens if you have this on, you have 60, you have 20 workers, they eat it up within a few minutes. Now why this is bad? The only reason why this is bad is because when you are actually having a storm, their morale drops faster. But when it's not storm, they are actually more fine. Meaning, you might want to use this whenever you have a storm, a difficult night, to mitigate the negative effects of a storm. So I like keeping these off and just only activating when things are getting a bit more dicey. Food wise, I would not turn off anything unless you have an order that requires that item and you can afford turning it off. So, this is the map, this is your heart, this is your warehouse. The warehouse, quite simple, you put resources there. After a while, you can unlock slots here, meaning you can deposit 1 people here, and they are actually going around the camp and collecting resources and bringing it back here. So basically, fasten the things up. I'm not going to use this one just now. The heart. Now, as you can see, there are a few things here. First thing first, the heart level. You have 3 different levels. Each level gives you resistance towards corruption, higher chance for double yield, and global resolve. Good. You want to achieve level 3 quite fast. Level 2 easy to achieve. Level 3 can be luck based because you need a building for it. But I will showcase later. But you also need minimum population house there, so you need housing for them, and you need for decoration. On top of that, you will see sacrifice. I would keep stop after storm on, because if you don't, you might end up burning all your resources. You have wood, you have coal, you have sea marrow, and you have oil. You can burn anything, but only wood and coal increase resolve. Sea marrow increase work speed on events, and oil increase global production speed. So when you are burning something, remember this too gives you bonus. Why? Because it reduces hostility, so they are more resilient during storm. This too doesn't give that. Furthermore, you can set which fuse you want to let the heart burn. I think only wood, because as I said, coal you might need for events. And most important thing, like who actually is in the fire duty. Harpies, I think really good. Global increase capacity by 5. Humans, I think also good, because impatience grows slower. If you are trying out higher difficulty, I would recommend getting the humans. If you are more comfortable with higher difficulty, get the Harpy or something else. The foxes are also really good. They lower the hostility that you get when opening glade, because each glade opened increases hostility, and the small glades, you know, a small glade less, medium, a lot. So like forbidden glade the most hostility, and dangerous glades medium, small glades small. Yes, corruption. It's basically show here how much the corruption is. The more corruption, the more thing will spawn. So now that we established this, how I am making the look of my base. First thing first, I take the road, do this both way, then do this. Why? I like keeping it in a way where you have a road in front of the heart and the warehouse, then on every side. Then you go into housing, settlers, and you only build as much as you need. We have 6 workers, one of these capable of housing 3. We only build 2. Why? Because we are not housing ghosts. That's so far so good. Now, we're gonna build a woodcutter. Ideally, you start with 2, however, we don't have too much villager. So you need to take it into consideration that if I put down 2 woodcutters and fill it up, then I have no more free workers to work on other things. You can also pre-assign workers here, meaning that they start to work on this immediately to build this, and then just, start working there as well. Also, if you hold down shift and you click on a species, it will fill it up automatically with that same species. So we're gonna move this, we're gonna turn it away to face the road because that's faster movement, and that's it. We're gonna open this immediately with this tool because I already selected, remember, avoid glades except the marked ones. So we're gonna do this. Now we're gonna look around what else we have. We have stone, not bad, not bad. We have roots, it's meh, but it's food, so we're gonna do this. Now, what should you consider? You should consider that this is a forager camp, meaning humans have bonus to it. Now what should I do? I should just simply do this. So now I have a chance to double yield, and they are stronger. They are more resilient during storm. We're gonna pre-build this one as well, but we're not gonna put anybody into it. Houses don't have doors in the sense that you don't have to leave them with an opening. You don't have to even leave these ones with an opening, but they get slower movement if they have to go through the building itself. Now, what else? We already thought about how to expand. We already thought about food, wood, and housing. What else? I told you about upgrade requirements. You have 4 decoration, green decoration. You can go into decoration and always choose, unless you go for aesthetics, the single line. Why? Because you can more perfectly fit these. We're gonna put down 8 of these. I will show you later why. And we're gonna put down 4 blue. Why? Because level 1 requires this, but level 2 requires 4 more of these and 4 blue, meaning I am presetting my settlement up to level 2 requirements, right? So only missing thing is workers. And now this is it. The settlement is preset. We have wood, we have a direction to go towards, we have food, we have stone, and we have housing, we have decoration to upgrade the heart, and roads. We have no more resources hiding here, so we're gonna choose new blueprints. Now, a lot of things to consider here. Consider the map that you are playing on, consider what you have access to. I would avoid such things like bakery because they require complex things, and right now we don't have anything complex. Planks, always golden. Planks are number 1, fabric number 2, and bricks are number 3 in terms of importance, in my opinion. I could go for plank 3, but what does the star mean? The star means that, let's just say that at star 1 you need 10 wood to make 1 plank. At star 2 you only need 4 wood to make 1 plank. At star 3 you only need maybe 4 wood to make 1 plank. Meaning the higher star a certain building is capable of making a certain item, the less resources you have to put into it. Now, plank or 3 stars, best. Scrolls, meh, it's kind of hard to make them. Pack of trade goods, meh, again. We have the workshop here. Now workshop is really interesting because you have as a start a crude workstation. 0 star on plank, on fabric, on brick or pipes. A workshop is basically the upgrade of that. Everything is 2 stars minus the pipes. I think the workshop is an overall Jolly Joker card that you can get because it is actually really decent. And even if you don't get lumber mill or like a weaver shop, this will carry you through the game. Not the best, but this is really strong. So we're gonna pick the workshop. Here we are, lumber mill again, alchemist hat, flour, and as you need to decide what you prioritize and what you like. I don't like these 3 because the thing is, it's kind of difficult to get them, and like floor and such things. You the more you play, the more you realize that certain items, even if easy to make, you don't necessarily use them. Provisions are really good because you need them to trade, but at the end of the day, I think it's either lumber mill or you re-roll. Now, we could go for lumber mill. Why? Because we already have a workshop, and what does that do? If we get the lumber mill, we don't make plank in the workshop, we just make fabric and bricks, and we make all the lumber in the lumber mill. Why is that good? The only reason why this is good is because, well, not the only reason, but one of the reasons is that planks can be made for cheaper, and B, you have less work stress put on the workshop, meaning that you have plank and fabric coming out at the same time, rather than just only one. I could reroll for free, but honestly, I'm just gonna take the lumber mill. And this is what you want to consider. So, as I said, do we have soil on the map? Yes, we have. Yes, we have a lot. Do we wanna go for it? Not really. The forager camp, in my opinion, is a better choice, and the fishing cart is okay as well, but I would say the forager camp is the best here. My plantation and herb gardens are infinite resources of food. I think if you are lucky, you get maybe the beaver operated farm, which can make crystallized dew and resin. But honestly, I'm just gonna go for the camp. Also, get this building on this map, the archaeologist office. Really good, really strong, needed. We don't have space. Interesting. Let me move a few things. Sorry. Yes, thank you. So we're gonna get this archaeologist office. This is special things for this map. You can upgrade these to further enhance yourself. And we're also going to get a trading post. This is where traders arrive. Also, you see this line, this yellow line, that is which is protected by the thing, the heart itself. You need to house and decorate under this, meaning that later on you want to make the trading post out of this range, the archaeologist out of this range, because you want more space for your workers. Let's get right into it. Free speed, it's okay. They're gonna build. Also, you have camp and you have, well, both is camp, but one is small, the other one is normal camp. The normal camp can gather everything, even the 3 stars on the marshland. The other one, the small, only capable of collecting from the small nodes. Now we have our first cornerstone. Let's see. Herbs and roots when biscuit produced. Can we make biscuit? Not really, so let's skip it. Clay per 3 per minute. It's okay. It's not bad. It's not amazing. This on higher difficulty is really good, because the more woodcutter you have, the better it becomes. On higher difficulty, especially if you don't have beavers, this is golden, because at the end of the day, beavers capable of getting you wood fast while other races don't. And if you don't have beavers, you need more woodcutters, and the more woodcutters you have, the better it becomes. This is okay as well, but we don't have any heart level just yet, so this is useless. I'm not gonna pick this because I think we have enough reroll and we can get something better. Very good. Very big boost, especially at the early stages. This is nice, but again hard to get. This is okay, especially if you have farms. So like, you need to consider synergy as well. If you would have picked farm, I maybe consider this, even though this is better. This is also good. I'm gonna pick this because I need more workers. Workers are key. The more you have, the more your settlement is capable of achieving at the same time. Economy is key. So, roads are building, things are building, right? Orders. This is what spawns when you have corruption. Should you pick this one? It's a bit hard to achieve this because it builds upon the fact that you reach corruption. But if you are a good player, you might not reach this soon. This is somewhat harder, but it's still an easy. Now you see these green ones. Green ones are basically common perks, but you see, one extra plank whenever I make a plank. Who doesn't love more plank? Again, preference. Do you want to go on a harder route or an easier route? Doesn't matter. I think both is easy, but we're gonna pick that. This one or this one. Now here's the thing. On this map, the ancient tablets are kind of needed. Why? Because the archaeologists here have the more every 2 tablets that you have, plus additional item that you can carry. Ho ho ho! That means that I want to keep my tablets. So know the map and play into its strength. On the bottom you can see Queen's Impatience. Basically if it's full, you lost. Reputation, if it's full, you win. That is it. We discovered this. We got a new worker, a fox. Do we wanna change out our harpy? Not really. But the fox is good. I like the fox. And I'll let them build. I need one more house. Because as I said, only build as much house as you need. Unless you can really afford it and you have nothing better to do. I will tell you in a sec what is this. So, you see, 0.16 per second. What happens if I take a human there? 0.9. Oh, 0.09. So, should I keep it? As I said, if you are somebody who is trying out higher difficulties, or even at the beginning, keep this. Humans are really good at the harp. I'm gonna keep the harpy though, because I am not too scared about losing this one. Now this is a geyser. You have 3 types. You have water, all of them is water, sorry. You have drizzle water, you have clearance water, and you have storm water. This is storm water. Each crafting building can make for you things faster. Why? You can build a pipe system into that. It requires a few upgrades to unlock, but you can build a pipe system into that, and you need water for it. You build this, you can hire automated workers, and they just create water for you so that your buildings can use it. Now, the more water you use, the higher corruption you get. Meaning, this one is actually starting to spawn blight roots. How you combat it? It's easy. You have blight root spots. You build this, they build fire throwers, and you just burn off the bad things. That is it. But for now, what we found? We found salt. Salt is okay. You can make it for crafting. It's kind of meh. You have this, skin, meat, salt, not bad. We're gonna pre-build this, as I said. You have this, again, we have green already. Now, we built everything. What do? We just put everybody in here. Because we don't want anybody do nothing. Everybody is working hard. Now, depending on the race you get, you might get this. What is this? A geyser location. Why? Because you have a different race. Sometimes, as a human, you have fertile soil on the map. Meaning, the humans discover for you where the fertile soil is. So, as you guys can see, we have 7 workers. But 8 out of 4. Once we have this, we have the first level. That is it. Try to build up the heart level fast, because it helps you. Also do this. Now, one more thing that is worth looking at. Look at the tree. If you stand on it, you see what it gives at what percentage chance. Each map has different things. I like this map because it gives, with a chance, actually fast roads. Oh, I forgot the name of it, sorry. You get clay. No, it's not clay. It's what's this? What's this? Copper. Yes, okay. So you get copper, and copper roads are really fast. So you want to do this. Now, new day. A trader arrives. Let's see what he offers. This is okay. This is good. This is good as well. This is very good. Minus 50 points. Very good. But we don't have anything to offer to him that we want to sell. So we're gonna buy nothing. What? Yeah. Now, sometimes this one offers you a perk that lets you gain 10 currency amber whenever a trader arrives. So first thing first, always check these. Holding card, really good, but the smuggler visit, actually really good because everything is on the table. And newcomers, numbers, go for numbers. At the beginning, you need numbers. The camera says, see, we leveled up and we already pre-built it. That easy. Now, I'm gonna build one more woodcutter and we're gonna cut through here. Why? The reason why is because you see this? You want to build a road here and put the workforce here, the crafting ones. Why? Because it's closest to the warehouse and it's outside the city. You cannot move these. You can move these, but you cannot move these. You cannot move the workshop and lumber mill unless you destroy it and rebuild it. So it's very important for you to actually try to build all your work production outside the city. You can build it inside and then later rebuild it, of course. But in my opinion, I like doing it this way. Now, you can choose from everything. It's hard choice. This is the forester hut, the beaver one I talked about. But I would say the guild house is really strong. The market is really strong. I selected it. I deselected. We're gonna choose. Wait. Yeah, I would say we're gonna choose the guild house or the temple. The temple is really strong as well. Actually, let me get the temple. Again, personal preference. The temple I would say is really strong because it allows you to lower the hostility. This is global resolve. Depends. You sell more, you burn more fuel. I would say just choose one. Oh, I wanted to press the R. Alright, let's move into it. We're gonna yet to place down, not yet. So, you need one of these buildings inside as well. And that will make it the level 3. You also need 8 more of these, 4 more of these, and 4 yellow one as well. For now, we're just gonna stay back and relax. The reason why is because you are not in a hurry. You don't want to overdo things. The reason why I put down 2 is because right now nobody's gonna build that. So we're just gonna wait out things. We're just gonna, chill and whatnot. You can alternatively always open these ones. The first archaeology site is always in it. So you might wanna do that. This is not hard. And then yeah, I would say more workers, always good. So, as you guys can see, not hard. You just have a slow build up that you need to think about it. How you truly want to go things. You don't have to hurry, you don't have to, hasten things. New worker. You can go and build. Clay deposit, copper. Alright, that one is built. We're gonna open this one as well, and maybe this one as well. You don't want to open too much because the hostility will increase too much, too fast. But for now, just to speed up things, and because I know I'm not afraid, I'm gonna do it a bit faster. But the same principle applies. If you think that you cannot take this fast, just take it slower. And don't be afraid to pause. Pause, because you can do things while pause. That's why it is important to look at the settings and just simply pause it whenever you feel like you should pause a game. I like it when a new glade opens because I can redirect my attention to that. Okay, let's cut it there. Alternatively, when it is on higher difficulty, since the woodcutters increase, hostility, you just stop all the woodcutters. But again, pattern is not too hard. even Viceroy is not too hard, so we're just gonna do this. New one is open, and this is why you keep the swords, because Opa! Training gear! Opa! We're gonna get a fox because he can open it faster. Fox, you choose this, and then that's it. You gain food, you gain coat, and this is why it is strong, because every dangerous and forbidden glade has 1 or 2 of these boxes, and if you have a lot of training gear, you can open a lot of them, and that means that you gain a lot of important resources quite fast. Okay, we found the archaeologist site. Now what this does, this basically resolve is low. What you're gonna do is pump into it some wood. $21 is a lot. Gonna do this. Thank you. You can take the first one. I'm gonna take this. Well, I think this side is pretty much the greatest thing. Now, you never want to salvage. Always excavate. Always. This is what I talked about. Whenever trader arrives, you gain 10. I think this is a great one. It's not super strong, but 10 actually gets you a little bit further, right? It's nothing amazing, but 10 can actually help you. We're gonna take this, and what we're gonna do now is do this, and we going to empty you, move you here. We're gonna cut through here. Now we can stop, pause for a bit. What do we miss? Can we buy this? Yes, we can. Do we want to buy this? Depends. Let's see. I think building a workshop is really important. So this requires 4. We have 5. Good. But it requires 10. So we can just buy out the remaining. Should I do it? Yeah, sure. Why not? So let's do the math quickly. That's 4. I need 10 for this. I need 14 in total. I have 5. Right. No. One less, and I'm gonna give one of these. Haha! There you go. I have 14. I can do this. Put the fox there, because they are working fast. Let's put 2 human here, and that's it. Again, easy. You want this because this actually increase the global reserve. Gear. That's easy. See? I have it. Woohoo! And this one. 2 tablets. Gear. Easy. And if I get 2 tablets, 4 additional item carry for scouts, and they're faster as well. Meaning less chance for me to get the penalty on this. So yeah, just think about the strategy and know what is good, what is bad. Of course it takes practice. I choose this. Easy. I get 1 less here, and I get 1 a new blueprint. Ooh, now this is tough. I love this. This is really strong. But I also love this. We're gonna choose the Forester Hut because I think it's stronger. And I can already build it here. See? Now, identify where is the line. I got lucky, and there is the line. But yeah, we're gonna build a line. And I'm gonna build a workshop. There you go. And I don't have enough wood, which is sad, but it's not like we're gonna build the planks here. Press it to 100. You can set limit. Ideally you want to set limit, otherwise they might end up living up all your resources. Oh, what the? No, there. Thank you. Build this one first, because that can get me plank. Wait, then I'm an idiot because I used it up all. Oh well. So, new order. This is okay, but can be tricky to get. This, I mean, loyalty. Is this loyalty? No, probably not. Okay. outside because this takes up 4. That's too much. What do we do with non-consuming? And then we get this one as well. Easy. Back to the orders. We're gonna choose this, even though ancient tablet sacrifice not too good. We're gonna take that. And well, this, that's good. We're not gonna get this one too easy because we just started a new cycle, and getting trade routes with settlements is hard. So let's just choose this. Again, they are idle. What to choose? Look, coal. If we would have burned through all of our coal, we wouldn't have this. And then this one, now we don't have either of these. So we don't get any of these. It's okay. Why? Because I am going to work on this side. Why? Because next turn, after the storm, never open during storm. It makes things harder. Unless you are really like winning already big time. So, while there is nothing, you just go there. Take them out. Wait, no. Wait, they're crossing something. What? Hold on a sec. Oh, there's nothing. My bad. Yeah, so what is the next step? First thing first, fix your housing issues. We have a lot of wood, so why not? I'm gonna open this one, I'm gonna open this one. Put the workers closer here, the woodworkers, so they start opening. Since I said it avoid glades except mark, they're not gonna open it just yet. That easy. Okay, this one is built. We're gonna put human in there, just one. Now, you see this? I cannot fit a house here, but I can fit this one. And I can fit this one. This is why important to choose one. Because I can fit the ones in here. Wait, they only... What the... Since when? Wait. Oh, it's only cost 3. Oh. Yeah, but still. Because back then it didn't used to have this one. I guess old memory. No gathering nodes, you just move them. Here you go. I don't know, just do it here. The 4 workers, what you do, put down more woodcutter, because woodcutters are lovely. So, what do? You just put these ones here. You can alternatively work towards, one sec, just let's finish this here. Okay, good to know. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I need an 8. 8. I need 4 of these. 2, 3, 4. And I need 4 of these. Now, ideally, you don't necessarily need 4 of these. You can have this. But this is a house size, right? This is as big as a house. So I don't want this inside my settlement. If you don't have to. Okay, good. Also, I need a temple. Later on. Thank you. A bit of lag spike. I'll do this one first. So, we are cracking on. Do I like any of these? Not really. Then just reroll. Not really. Reroll. Now this is good, but this is only for the main building. I'm gonna take it because I don't wanna use all my rerolls. Decline is okay, but especially only at the beginning. Because 10 Ember at the beginning is good. Later on, not really. We're gonna use this. Because why not? Okay. Now, do I want anything? Woodcutters move fast. Traders arrive fast. Good thing, good things. I'm gonna get the woodcutters. And I'm gonna get this 10 and 10. Because, actually, can I get all of it? It's not always ideal to get these. Maybe not all, but like 20. And I only need 2 more. You can have this 2, and then you can just click on auto, and then, you know, this. Because I can build the workshop. And if I can build the workshop, I can actually do many things at my home. What do I mean with that? I mean that now I can just produce everything at home. And build the temple, and build such things. Since I sacrificed already things, as you can see at the progress, minus 25 hostility. Nothing amazing and huge, but it's certainly something. Now, this is done. 2 more workers. Easy. And again one of these. Easy. Things are going away. Now, do I like any of these? Making coal, good, but you burn wood. Do you need badly coal? This is a decent building, by the way. Coats, okay, but again, you can survive without them. I'm gonna reroll. Explorer's Lodge. It's good as soon as you have around 4 rebuild building. I'm gonna take it. Now, if you already have one inside here, you don't need to have more inside there. What I mean by that, I can just build the Explorer's Lodge somewhere here. I rebuild this, easy, and then I gain 1, provided I house the, the building itself. So, only move things when it's paused, because then, time doesn't flow. Now we open this, let's see the problem. Easy fix. Not so easy fix, but we're gonna do this regardless. We're gonna do this. 5 resolve, that's why you don't do it during storm, because then you would have to burn things. Now, food, scroll. Why scroll is good? Why scroll is important? Because we can use the scroll here. And since I didn't use the coal, I now have it. Now why did I build this? Because I am going to build the forester hut, so I can start making resin and crystallite dew. This is good, this is okay. What do you want? This is Queen's Grace and Ember. This is a random geyser. I would say, see, gear, you can fix this. I would say this is better and easier. So we're gonna do this as soon as I have 3 workers. I don't know what, wait, if you click on the portrait, everybody comes up. Easy. Now, I'm gonna diminish you guys and I'm gonna start working on this. And open the crate. Food, free food. You don't necessarily even have to make food. Free planks, free pie. And if resolve is low, I just turn this on. See? Humans go back. Easy peasy. Now we're gonna put one of these here as well. And then things are looking good. Yeah. I mean, it happens. Foxes works faster on problems. So foxes are really strong, really good. As you guys can see, I don't have a proper camp, I don't have this, I cannot use either of those. I'm not gonna... yeah, let's do this. More points. We're gonna choose. I like this, I like this. Especially seeing that the tool shop is better than the Tinkerer. And we're gonna use this for the simple reason of having the ability to make our crystallized dew. 7 workers. Oh my. We're gonna work on this. Always excavate. New order. That's not too hard. That's easy. There you go. Oh wait, I don't have enough workers. Meaning, don't use it. Why? Because if I use it up now, all of it, I will not have it for later on to complete it. So, choosing again. Clay pit. I like it. Infinite clay, reed and resin. 4 workers. 2 here. Not gonna put 2 on there yet, because then they're not gonna make the roads. And if they're not making the roads, we will be unhappy and sad. So yeah, with the right tools, you don't have to be afraid of these. -12. Bad. How do you mitigate? Put 3 here. -25. Not quite there. 1 extra? Why not? Everything helps. See, humans are already good. How we do it now? Well, we have to burn. But it's okay. Burning 3 is quite painful, especially if you burn coal at the beginning. So you need to be very careful. But as of right now, this is basically the best choice. Now, special housing, is it good? Yes, I would say it is worth it, and you should definitely consider it. But it can be quite expensive at the start, so be careful. Now, this is it. 10 hospitality with every tablet. Easy. We're gonna quick money and this. See? Not even in the hospitality zone. What about this one? This is very good. All workers get 10% for every 2 completed things. See? So like, know your game. Alright. What do? We can finally fully excavate. We have a lot of that. Why not? We have a few of these. Why not? Easy. And I get this. And I get this. A free blueprint. And 2 queens respect. See? Easiest map, probably. Do I like any of these? I mean, this is nice. I need more workers, so why not? Do I wanna keep these running? Nope. Not at least during the next big time. So, 2 here. Put these ones full. I gained 10 gold because he arrived. Or she arrived. Stamping mill is okay. Do I want anything from here? This is nice. Could do it. Actually, we're gonna do it for the reason that hard to combine of these, and you need that to upgrade for I'm gonna show you guys. It's easier to explain it like that. Ooh, a lot of workers. So here it is. As I said, don't use anything. Put it there. Now 8 workers. 8 workers is too much to do nothing. So you guys can go there. I can put this one as full. Easy. That's that. Just to showcase, I'm gonna open this. Because why not? Ooh, that's a lot of stonework. And yeah, so basically try to set yourself up to glory. The archaeology site is complete. I can put this on the side as well. Also, again, 2 of these. We basically have no impatience. This, always worth having a small warehouse next to it, because they deliver the goods there. So more resources faster. Now this one built, you can upgrade this. You need a Wi-Fi essence for it. I'm not gonna do it now. But yeah, that is it. And as you guys can see, if I install the pipes and have these working, I am making wood faster. Simple as that. Now I'm not gonna do this for one reason only, because I don't need it. And if you have a lot of planks, you need to consider a few things. I want to show you guys. So, I either use 6 wood or 1 plank. I can make 2 planks for 3 wood. Meaning, making plank and then using the plank is much cheaper than doing this. Set the maximum limit. Have 1 worker working there because we don't need too much of those. That's it. Oh, look at that. We have enough human. We have enough human. I just need to turn this on. As easy as that. Choose 2 new things. Ooh. Bathhouse is good. But the market, more carrying capacity. I love. Let's reroll. Trapper's Camp, I take. Because we can process these as well. And we're gonna build a market. I don't know where. It doesn't matter, like I'm not going for aesthetics now and such, right? I'm just trying to give a little bit of tutorial, so I'm just gonna put it up here. It doesn't really matter. Is this hard? Not really. You need money for it. Well, we don't have too much money. But we can call him immediately to trade. Do I wanna do this? Not too sure. Again, do this, but if you have the tools, you can do this and even faster things up. Again, this, once more, I am excavating this. I'm gonna put you here. Actually, take you off You go there. So, what happens if you fail one of these? Well, depends. This one gives me hospitality and fewer villager. Do I want this? Not really. This one is easier, but do I want to do this? Not really. So, let's just call this guy immediately. Let's take the points. And then you can choose one new of these. So like as you can see, the more experienced you are, the more things are flowing. But also stop. If you are feeling overwhelmed, think about your next move. Think about your options. Now, what do I need? I need to sell this then. And I am happy with this. And then I might do sell oil. He does not sell oil. What else can I use? Salt, resin, tea. I have none of those. Interesting. Right, so it is a bit of a problem, but it's nothing too scary. I'm just mortified. It's okay. I mean, worst case, you just do this, right? In fact, we're gonna do that because taking this is worse, and if you don't solve this, you get more of these. So yeah, I open now before I was prepared, but it's okay because you know nothing too bad happened. Also, you guys can notice that this one is glowing as blue. That means that they are so happy that they are generating me reputation because I am fulfilling their needs. So always be on the lookout. It doesn't matter, I don't like either of these. I mean, it's not that they are bad buildings, but I don't have the means to produce what they have. Okay, we activated it. It spawned a lot of blood flowers, but it's okay. Why? Because these gives me lovely, lovely resources. Sometimes when bad things happen, you don't have to be scared about it. We just put the remaining workers to good use, and then let's go. Now storm is coming. Not at an ideal time, but it's okay. Let's do this. And then, that one can be tricky. So let's get that, although both is tricky. Right, we're gonna burn food to mitigate the problems. It's that easy. Now we are burning through our food supplies because this thing, so that's not too good. But I have faith in our nation. I'm gonna put you here closer. I'm gonna put you off, and we're gonna put. Wait, that's just one. Let's get rid of you as well. So less of those. And this. Thank you. Easy. So yeah, pack of provisions, pack of building materials, easy. We're just gonna put down this. And then pack of provision, pack of building materials. Just 10. Actually make it 30 because, well, yeah. We can use that to trade. I like this. That's good. And then, yeah, we are progressing easily. Why am I not afraid? Why? Because we are in the winning streak. Easy. I complete this. I complete this. Getting 10 oil is not that hard. I'm just gonna, you know, I show you guys. So like, put people here, complete that, empty this, start working on this. Because this one will give me 2. And this one will give me 2 as well. It's that easy, guys. You don't have to overcomplicate this. I'm gonna spam a lot of these. And then I'm gonna put you here, I'm gonna put you here. I can make the fox houses as well, finally. I can put the workers back here. I can open this to even bolster our forces. See? It's easy. Let's get these. Put you up there. Cut this. We have 2 there. Easy. I turn this to on. I can start trading. You know, I'm a bit exaggerating, right? But this is basically the gist of it. So like, know your plan, build up. See, open this one. Easy. I just make 10. But this one is actually better because permanent upgrades, such. But yeah, as you guys can see, I have 10. 0.75. Easy. And then I'm gonna switch out these 2 and I'm gonna put this one and 2. And this is victory. Like, it's not hard. Of course, the more you play, the more easier it becomes and such. But yeah, at the end of the day, they have -8. If they are really bad, you can just do this, favoring. That should boost them a lot. We're just gonna do this. Pump it up a bit more. So nobody gonna leave. But once this one is done, we just won. It's that easy. Harpies are really unhappy. I can feed them. See? That easy. If they are unhappy, just feed them. With their favorite food. Okay, one gonna leave. Oh no, the other left. But yeah, you can build more houses, you can do a lot of things. Like, you already have a lot of resources. Again, I could pause and do all of this, but this is victory basically. In 20 seconds. Before the storm. And this is how you win. Now, of course, different map requires a bit different tactics, but always don't overextend, because if you overextend, you just end up in a situation where you try to chew more that you can swallow. Know the map, know the strength, and as I said, I think this training gear is really strong. Just, again, turn it off so the people don't use it up immediately. And yeah, basically this is a guide and such, and a little gameplay. I think it's a great game. Do you need the DLC? I don't think so. The frogs are okay. They're not too... They are mid. Like, I like the ability when they are at the heart because they allow new workers to come faster. But besides that, you know, they are okay. I would say the Coastal Groove is fun to play in. So does the Ashen Ticket. I would say DLC is worth it, but do you need it? Not really. So yeah, I would say just try to take it slow, try to don't overextend, and just, you know, just try to do the objectives. The dangerous and the forbidden glades can be tricky to do, because you either have the resources or not really. The dangerous glades are easy. The forbidden glades harder, of course, given by the name. But as I said, the dangerous glades can be easily done most of the time, and, you know, just great rewards. And the free boxes that you get are actually really good, and choosing the right cornerstones. But that's it for now. Stay safe, guys, and take care. Bye bye.